Hey, cardinal signs, welcome on into your energy update. Now, of course, whenever I do these energy updates, I do not put a particular time period on them because they can resonate whenever. You can come back and watch them whenever. Okay. And if you are not sure if you are a cardinal sign, I am speaking to Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius placements, specifically sun sign. However, your moon or rising sign, if you have them in cardinal energy, can resonate as well. So let's see. Okay. So cardinal signs. This is like slipping off of my head. Okay, there we go. All right. Cardinal signs. Cancer, Libra, Aries. Okay. Oh, we have the nine of wands coming through. I want to say something tied to a gate. So some of you may be having some sort of issues when it pertains to property, or there may be something pertaining to like some sort of property inspection, or some of you may need to get a building up to code, especially if you are trying to like lease it out, or who knows, Airbnb or whatever you may possibly be trying to do in regards to the like real estate side of things. But I am getting something tied to property excavation. Some of you may be having some issues when it pertains to bugs, not necessarily saying that you have bugs in your house, but it could just be bugs are following you everywhere and you can't understand why. I don't know why either. You probably just have to look it up because I don't know. Okay. But I'm also getting something tied to maybe something dealing with like your reputation. So some of you may be dealing with a little bit of a situation where somebody is trying to damage your reputation in some sort of a way, or this is just your fear, because that's what the Nine of Wands is a lot of times. It is our fears. It can sometimes just be our worst fears that unfortunately end up manifesting because that's all is in our mind like day in and day out. All we're thinking about is, oh God, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. So this could represent that some of you may be being maybe a little bit negative or possibly a little bit pessimistic in a way. But on the personal side, some of you may be thinking about blocking a Sagittarius. Okay, or if you are an Aries or whoever dealing with another Aries, you may be thinking about blocking them in this instance as well. But on the positive end, the Nine of Wands can talk about not giving up, being resilient, okay? Learning how to keep your head up during trying times where it just seems like this situation may not work out, or it just seems like this situation is out of hand, out of control. Okay. Of course, the number nine is also tied to the energy of Virgo. So some of you may be dealing with a Virgo or Virgo things, Virgoian. I don't know if that's a word. Virgo things. So health, service, law. I'm also getting something dealing with packaging. Oh yeah, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, and we have the Sun. All right. Um, Somebody has not been giving you respect. So I would say possibly could be before the day is over, you are going to be laying down the law. Okay. The Queen of Swords comes in and sets boundaries. And a lot of times, the Queen of Swords, I kind of feel like she starts to set boundaries after she's been mistreated several times over. So it's almost like, taking a maybe like a Queen of Cups and turning her into the Queen of Swords because she's just tired of getting mistreated. But some of you, this could be kind of like what the energy that you're in. You're starting to finally lay down the law. You're starting to finally put your foot down. But remember I said that you may be blocking a Sagittarius, Aries, or maybe a Virgo. Today or whenever this can resonate, you may be cutting off someone because at this point, you're just trying to go for what is going to make you happy. And this person just is not making you happy. Okay. The communication may suck between the two of you guys. It may come from a place of where this person is always wanting to talk about themselves and you're kind of like in the corner, like, well, what about me? I mean, did you think to ask like how my day was going or if I'm okay? So I feel like a lot of you guys, that's where you are coming from in this particular point. You're cutting off people that won't even take the time to ask you if you're doing okay, but you have no issue seeing if they're doing okay. Now, on the other end, some of you could be doing a 180. You could be coming from a place of you've always been the one checking on people, making sure they're okay. And now you're just going to stop calling. You're going to stop answering the phone. You're going to stop picking up the phone. There is this energy coming through where there may be like an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who is trying to make you feel bad for cutting somebody off, cutting them off, or for having these boundaries. Okay. So I'm just letting that be known. Some of you have possibly broken up with somebody over the weekend, and you are starting to feel a little bit better, but a part of you is also starting to feel a little bit cold towards what could be happening next. Okay. It's like you're kind of like happy to be out of a particular situation, but then at the same time, you are being a little bit cold, being still a little bit negative because things are too up in the air, and maybe you're freaking out a little bit because you're used to being in control of things. I hate to say it, but this almost feels like maybe some sort of explosion tied to something dealing with the military. It almost makes me feel like the military base. Okay. But an air sign ruler may be the one that is ordering this. It almost feels like a hit is being put out on somebody, and somehow the military is involved. Like a sharpshooter. Um, or this could not be military. This may just be something, unfortunately, that could be happening when it pertains to a shooter. They're like a young boy, teenager maybe. Oh, we have the 9 of cups. Okay, so you have 2 nines here. So there is something coming to a completion. Okay, it could be something that Hmm. Something that you've cried a lot over, something that you've had a lot of stress about, something that maybe even has affected your health in a way, but it does feel like that. If you've been praying, or shoot, if you've been crying about an ending, asking the universe or God, like, please just end this, I'm ready to be done. Be careful what you wish for, because I actually do feel like probably by the end of the week, this is going to drop out of your life you know and there's going to be obstacles possibly put in your way to ensure that this does not come back around again. Or some of you are starting to figure that out right now when it pertains to somebody from the past. There's all these obstacles creeping up when it pertains to you guys trying to reconcile or get back together, or whatever the situation is. But it's like that is what is supposed to happen. You don't set good boundaries when it comes to this person. Some of you, it could be your own mother, or it could be your father, it could be a grandmother. Shoot, it could even be a teacher. Okay. Yeah, it's just not a good fit. Okay. But this could represent ninth house. Some of you, um, maybe you're trying to go and study for like an advanced degree or something like that, but you want to change your degree from what you got your first one in. Like if you have your bachelor's in, who knows, business administration, you may be wanting to go and get your master's in like law or healthcare administration. It doesn't fit. So it feels like you may not necessarily get accepted to the program. Some of you may be trying to get into medical school. It feels like summer 2024 is much, much, much better time for you to get into medical school if you're trying to do that, especially if you've like failed at this, like maybe 3 or even up to 5 times before. Next summer will be a much better time for you to do so. Okay. But remember I said something going on with your property. Okay. Somebody's stuff is getting thrown out on the street. So some of you could be breaking up with somebody in an aggressive way. Okay. Or some of you may hear about this. Your sister may be doing this, and she may be calling you for some assistance. 5 of Wands. Okay, you're about to come into communication with a very interesting Gemini, Taurus, Libra, what is this over here? Gemini, um, Aries, or Leo. Okay, but this also kind of gives me conflict. Okay, some of you guys, this could be that you may be fighting over a lover right now with somebody else, or this feels like there's way too many third parties involved in a relationship, and that's why it's not working out. Third parties don't have to mean affairs. It can simply mean that mom, dad, sister, brother, best friend, all of them have an opinion when it pertains to this relationship. And I can see why why it doesn't work. Hence why I talk about boundaries. So as of today, this situation is not working. And some of you, it could be a harsh reality because it's just like, wow, this person makes me laugh, this person makes me smile, but unfortunately, this person just doesn't respect me. And you're starting to see that now, and you're starting to realize that now it's my time to be happy. I got to stop trying to take care of everybody else. Now is my time for me to take care of me. So don't be surprised if you get a lot of blowback. I mean, some of you, a partner may even flip the script on you and start being rude or mean or nasty, but it could be this person is just afraid that you're going to dump them and move on to something else because your life is moving in a different is now starting to move in a different direction. So, I mean, this is a little bit of a difficulty one, difficult one because I see the love is there, but the respect is not there, and that's why it's not working. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Yeah. It's time for you to go figure out what makes you happy. The Devil and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's been a little bit toxic and there's a lack of genuineness. But it does feel like that somebody is in another person's ear, and that's why this situation has been tanking. So, cardinal signs, this has been your energy update. I hope it helped. See you next time.